What's good, YouTube? This is Philip Kampa's list that I'm about to get into that he got forthwith with Mermail Atlanteans. But first, I just want to address some concerns. Why aren't these deck lists going on the deck list channel? John, there's a deck list channel. Well, the thing is, every single time I would tell somebody, hey, I want to go ahead and put this on the deck list channel, I've already put too many of these on the main channel, they actually just straight up stopped replying and didn't find it worth their time. They want to be featured on the main channel, so I want to continue to bring you guys as many diverse deck lists as possible. I'll typically be featuring something only when it's a new format or when there's something special about the deck list or I haven't featured that deck during this week. Yes, maybe week to week there will be similar lists, but these are the players' accomplishments, and that's kind of what the channel was founded for. So almost every deck list so far submitted has been a different deck, and let's get into this top 4 Mermail Atlantean by Philip Kampa. Ooh, I really like what he's doing. Let's get into his tournament report, his words. This is about him. Let's talk about his tournament experience and matchups. He said, no sleep at all for this regional. Theorioed the deck. I wanted to make something going second and have the first battle phase of the game be the last battle phase of the game. My goal was to catch people off guard with the deck that some people aren't too familiar with. Despite Mermail Atlantean being so cross-format, it's a lot like BA, where when BA came back, there's new players who weren't familiar with it, people who had to say, hold on, let me read this, I gotta see exactly what it does. I feel like Mermails are a very good version of that. So let's get into his tournament report. Round 1, out of everyone there, I got the round 1 bye. Woohoo! Oh man, that's crazy. Round 2, Spirals. Shout out to the homie JP Salient 2-0. Round 3, Spirals. I got pooped on. Unbreakable boards for him both games. 2-0'd me efficiently. Round 4, Chain Burn. He says, this deck is my baby. No way I'm losing to it. Just push past him. Being able to see any of his meaningful traps and Odd Eye's Meteor Burst works around some Swift Scarecrows. Round 5, True Draco invoked. My boy Brandon from Lafayette. I was back and forth, but I got him in game 3. He turned the pressure on hard, and if I didn't win when I did, I would have been out. Check out his Twitch at Hirojiki. That's Hirojikki. Round 6, Spirals. He receives a game 1 game loss for having a side card in his main deck before the match. That's kind of weird. I guess he noticed it himself and said it. Beats me game 2. I go second game 3 and I blow him out. Round 7, Trickstars. We go back and forth the entire time. Game 1 is over in a flash for me. Game 2, he makes me go first and I put out a huge board with Soul Charge. I held him off as long as I could until the Trickstar shenanigans got me right as we entered time draw. Ouch. So it sounds like game 2, he was still in the lead after everything, and they ended up somehow even life points after a Soul Charge, or is this into game 3? I'm not really sure how that worked. It sounds like he was ahead when the game 2 ended, giving him the win and thus the draw. 5, 1-1 after all is said and done, 4th place, so I got that swaggy pink deck box and the new regional playmat. Shout out to the entire, he says LA crew, but we know this means Louisiana crew, Malik Askar and Anthony Vo. Derek is a dump truck heart. There's a few things I'd like to change going forward with the deck, but honestly, I was very happy with the overall performance, and it only crapped out on me once in that round 3 match. Music plug, soundcloud.com/Kampa504. That's Kampa 504. Yes, Philip Kampa is actually a rapper. I've told him if he ever does a Yu-Gi-Oh rap, I will proudly feature it on my YouTube. This man does Yu-Gi-Oh. He's a white rapper, and he's actually good at it, unlike myself. He says, new album, # Frozen Soul, is out now. Big thanks to John and House of Champs for always showing love and pushing the community forward. Much love and appreciation. # Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I did it. It's all caps. It's very long. I think I got that Yu-Gi-Oh in there pretty well. So I'll link his SoundCloud down below for you guys who are interested. Let's go ahead and get into his ratios and deck list. We've got 2 Atlantean Dragoons, 2 Heavy Infantry, 2 Marksmen, one Deep Sea Diva, triple Gamma Seal. He is ready. He is trying to take care of those unbreakable boards and draw into this so that he can continue through. Kind of surprising to see triple without Moria of Greed, but it really is the best spot free removal that this deck can have. One Maxi, one Abyss Gun, one Abyss Lead. I haven't seen this guy in some time. Triple Abyss Megalo, triple Tias, one copy of Abyss Turge. Nice. We've got Mulan Glacia, the sea cow that's trying to rip people's hands up for when he's forced to go first, I assume. Triple Neptabyss, one Ronin Totem, and 3 frogs for a small engine that helps, again, going first. Sometimes, you know, when you haven't killed him in that one turn like he wants to. We've got Abyss Scale of Mizuchi, that's the spell stopper, but it can be pretty bad against Pendulum, since if you just play the Pendulum Scale, it gets rid of this and the scale's just fine. We've got triple Book of Eclipse. He is trying to OTK through everything. He is trying to make those boards that are being built just not matter at all. I gotta respect that. We've got one Dark Hole, one Day of Peace, 1-for-1, Raigeki, triple Twin Twisters, and we're playing 40 cards. Kampa, I feel like always is playing 40 cards if he's not playing Chain Burn. Oh man, this does take me back. Kampa and I have actually played on, I think it was either a top 8 or a bubble before. I think it was, yeah, it was in the top 8 if I recall. I remember, I think it was a Louisiana regional that actually used to play out the top 8, and he was playing Chain Burn back in the day, and I think I was playing like Light Sworn Blackwings. Man, does that take me back. Oh man, triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, triple Droll and Lockbird. For when this man is being forced to go first, I feel like he's putting these disruptors in, and they're not terrible to see even if you get the opt for second, because you know you're going second. Either way, you have to set up and stop your opponent. So these are actually in Mermails okay for going first, because you're going to be able to set up your Toad and then have negation from hand. Playing past Toad and a secondary stopper is very, very, very hard. We've got one Kumungus, one Radiant, and an Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. So these are awesome for going second. That's what I was trying to emphasize, that it's okay to put these in going first too, if you need be. He's already got the Gamma Seals in the main, so he doesn't need to side in a full Kaiju package. Here's that Soul Charge he was talking about. Triple Spell Shattering Arrow. I have not seen this since Monarch format, where they were trying to set up March of the Monarchs and Domain and Return. I played this during that. Destroy as many face-up spell cards as your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, inflict 500 for each. So against Pendulums, this gets rid of both of their scales, and it gets rid of their Star Pendulum Graph at the same time, leaving it so that their Time Pendulum Graph can only deal with popping using monsters on board if they left any, and sometimes it's very rare for that to happen on the first turn, that they actually left something. And remember, this deck also can handle Baguska by using this from the graveyard after the first pitch, so that's kind of cool also. We've got Imperial Order and Torrential Tribute. In the extra deck, we have the Armory Arm. Oh, we've gone so old school. Kampa's really showing like his age with this deck in terms of how long he's played Yu-Gi-Oh!, not his physical age, because he's showing like text that people wouldn't even think of these days. We've got Brionic, we've got Leo, On Eyes Meteor Burst. As he said, this helped him push through that Swift Scarecrow. It's a really cool synchro. I don't think a lot of Mermail players would have considered overall. It's pretty hard to make, I guess, but you just use a 3 and a 4, so the Tatsunoko right here can help you make it. You know, you make the Diva, you make the you bring out Neptabyss, use Neptabyss effect, and then you synchro for this, and you're able to go into it when you need be. Trishula, ever-present threat, and White Aura Dolphin. Aww, White Aura Dolphin in a top cut. I love it. We've got Abyss Dweller, and this is the most powerful deck that it can be in terms of boosting its own power. You're able to pitch goons off of it, get goons effect, and it raises the attack of basically all of your monsters when it has water behind it. Definitely the most utilized deck, period. There's a reason it has Abyss in the name, and there's Abyss in all these guys' names, is what I'm saying. One Abyss Miss Gaios, 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, double Totally Awesome, 1 Dakota Talker, Mastar Boy, and Proxy. So, besides Philip Kampa shouting out his SoundCloud, I do want to say I'm actually working on a lore video. I'm animating it, and then I'm going to go in-depth explaining the Mermail Atlantean lore. I love Mermail Atlanteans myself. They interact with the Fire Kings. The Atlanteans actually kind of enslave the Mermails, but don't worry, the Mermails get their revenge. Slight spoilers. So I'm really going to enjoy making that video. But a great look at a top cut list from Philip Kampa. You did a good job, buddy. Philip always comes back. Philip has, like, I believe some national tops. He's done so much in the game before. I don't know if that's tops plural. I think it is, though. I think he has to. I may be over-crediting my mans, but he's been in the game for as long as I can remember, and he's always been a joy to be around. So, again, congrats, Philip Kampa, 4th place, doing it big with the Mermail Atlanteans. It's not really a deck that I saw coming back during this format, but this format's busted so wide open, he made it happen, and it looks really nice to me.